Hello everyone, it's Karen. You just wouldn't believe what happened to me 3 weeks ago. Someone snatched my phone in central London. So today I just like to share about what happened to me and remind people be very careful when you're out in busy places in central London. I've been living in London for 6 years now, and I've always been very careful. I get clients from China. They come to London to work or to travel or to study. I always remind them, please be really, really careful when you're in central London, because there are people on bikes or motorbikes that are really, really fast. They just snatch your phone and run away. There is no way you can get your phone back. Yeah, so it's been 3 weeks. I'm kind of like still couldn't believe it happened to me. When I constantly remind other people be careful, and it just happened to me. It's just still quite a shock for me. So what happened was 3 weeks ago on Friday, I meant to meet the clients in central London near a British Museum because I need to take them to visit UCL University. So we agreed to meet somewhere just at the back of the British Museum, just on the street. It's easy for us to meet up. Anyway, I was walking from the front gate, the main entrance of British Museum, and turn right, walked on the side road. While I was walking, still walking on pavement, and the client just sent me the location where we meant to meet up. I suppose when you're really concentrated on your phone, you're not really aware of what's going on around you. So I got my phone out, just checking the location. While I was just about to click and find out where they were, all of a sudden a guy on motorbike just really fast grabbed my phone. And for a second, I'm like, what happened? Someone just snatched my phone. Then I was running after him, but I've not got my trainers on. I got work shoes, so I wasn't fast at all. But even though I got my trainers on, there's no way I could just catch him. Yeah, when that happens, you feel really, really angry. The anger inside you just want to grab that guy, push him over. It's just because nowadays we have everything in our mobile phone. You don't even need to carry bank cards anymore. Everything in your phone. You use your phone to pay, and you use all the apps. It's just loads and loads of trouble if you lose your phone. So anyway, I managed to stop someone, just say, can I use your phone, please? And I met a really lovely lady from Hong Kong, and she heard what happened to me, and she said, of course, I can help you. She said, do you want me to call police? And I'm like, oh, I said, police probably can't do anything because it's a really common crime in London, and most of the time you can't get your phone back, and I know that. And then she said, maybe it's still a good idea to just report to police. I said, okay. And then I think she was traveling in London, and I were both like, what's the number we should call? So I think this happened to me. I've learned a lot of things. Number one, the first thing I learned is I need to remember an emergency number. And I also need to learn what's the number for police, what's the number for ambulance, stuff like that. Because in China, it's 120, that's for police. But all of a sudden we're like, is it 111? So we call 111, and that's in the NHS. And then we're like, is it 999? So we call 999, and then they transfer us to police. So 999 is a good number to remember. And then quickly I explained what happened to me, and the lady on the phone just told me, stay where you are. I'm sending a police car to you now. And I'm like, right now? How long? She said, literally just 1 or 2 minutes. I said, are you sure? I said, I need to go and meet my clients. I can't stay here for too long. Anyway, after I hung up and literally just less than a minute, a police car came and there were two lovely gentlemen asked me what happened. Basically, even they said there is not possible, really unlikely you can get your phone back. I said, I know that. And one of the policemen even said, oh, last weekend, even my colleague, who is also a policeman, got his phone snatched in central London on his day off. I'm like, what? It's really, really crazy, like this kind of crime. And I'm just shocked that people just don't care, It's just ridiculous. They asked me, what can I do for you? I said, can you give me a lift, please? So that was my first time to have a lift in a police car to meet the client. They dropped me off on the street where we meant to meet up. I'm like, oh, I've not got my phone. What should I do? I've just looked for like the car. Luckily, we met the day before, so I was with the same client the day before, so I remember their car. On that street, I was just checking the car one by one. Finally, after about 15 to 20 minutes, I managed to find them. That was really lucky. And I told them what happened to me. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm late. Someone snatched my phone, and I got to phone police, and the police car just dropped me off on the street. I wanted to use their phone to call my husband to let him know what happened, but sadly, I realized I can't remember his phone number. Yeah, I've been living here for 6 years, and I can't remember anyone's mobile phone number. I know my UK number. The only mobile phone number I can remember is my best friend Annie's mobile number, but she's in China. And I don't think my husband is happy about that. Anyway, I know now. So I think that happened. I just want to remind all the people. Now it's summer holiday. People come to London for a holiday. So if you're here for a weekend, for a holiday, just be really, really careful of those people on bikes and motorbikes, so they can literally just grab your phone or your bags, your handbags. Just be really careful. For me, this happened to me, and I've learned a lot of lessons. Like, for example, number one, remember the emergency number for police, for an NHS, and also remember my husband's number. So you need to remember like someone's number in this country so you can call them for help. If you lost your iPhone, the first step you should do is try to use the Find My app or iCloud to try to locate it. While saying that, for me, I couldn't see my phone. I couldn't see where my phone was. I'm not too sure if I set it up right. But my friend got the same. My friend's phone got lost as well, and she did the setup right. She still couldn't see her phone. My friend's husband's phone got snatched as well in central London, and they could see his phone, but they're not gonna go and knock the door and find out where the phone is. And even though you call police is not gonna go and get your phone back for you. Unfortunately, it is hard. It is what it is, What you can do is to delete everything so they don't steal any of your, money or your personal information or all of your data. For me, it's just a double trouble because I have all my bank accounts, UK bank accounts in my phone, and all the apps. Apart from the UK one, I have all my Chinese bank accounts and Chinese apps in the phone. So I got to cancel everything. Yeah, it's just loads and loads of work. It's just a big mess for me. Yeah, so whenever you travel in London, just be really careful. with your phone, your wallet, your bag, your belongings, and people do snatch your phone. So yeah, I've just shared my experience with you today. Hope that's very helpful for you, and I hope everyone keeps safe. See you next time. Bye.